Driving through Southern California is absolutely beautiful. But to get where you're going out here, sometimes you have to bring your home with you. On this trip, we were going to be traveling all over the place, into some spots where a hotel just wasn't an option. Thankfully, Cruise America had everything we needed to get set up with an RV.
All right, guys, we are here at Cruise America RV, and we're about to go inside and get our RV that we're going to be traveling around the West here in America for the next 2 weeks. We're really looking forward to this trip. We're going to be reviewing the RV today and the whole process so you have an idea if this is something you want to do yourself. Let's go on in.
After getting our paperwork all signed, we were introduced to our new home for the next 2 weeks.
Pretty cool. Hey, we just got a good little walkthrough there. Very descriptive. I think we got all the information we needed. We're gonna take a minute here in a little bit. We're gonna show you all around the RV and the inside a little bit more in depth. But right now we're gonna get on the road because we got places to go.
From Death Valley to the Sequoias and all the way down to the Salton Sea, we put this RV to the ultimate test. The roads were tough and the nights were long, but by the end, we felt pretty confident in our review.
So we got the 25-foot RV from Cruise America, and we'll show you the whole exterior of the vehicle here. All your standard stuff, electrical, waste, water. You got access here. And here for storage, we rented chairs that we never used. You got a spot here for keeping your water hose and different stuff like that, but you got plenty of lockable space down here for your luggage and different things if you need. And all in all, just standard stuff. Cruise America actually has a great video out explaining all the little details about using your vehicle. I'm not gonna go into that here. If you need any of that, just go to that. Go to their video that explains all that. We'll take you inside and show you the interior. This is where we've been staying for the last couple weeks. So we've got, let me turn this off. AC works pretty good if you get going. It needs a little while to get going. Once you do turn it on, depending on how hot it is outside. We've been rolling around for the last 2 weeks in almost 120 degrees the entire time through deserts and stuff. So there's times we wish this was blown a little cooler, but it always ended up going pretty nice. We've got a bed up here for one person, potentially two. We've got a bed down here. This is your dining area basically that folds down to a bed. Which works great unless you're like 6 feet or over, then you're gonna have to kind of sleep sideways, so just keep that in mind. Got a sink, microwave, stove, fridge, freezer, bathroom, sink, bed back here, another sleeping space. So for 3 guys traveling with all of our equipment and everything that we needed for the stuff that we were doing, this worked out pretty well for 2 weeks. The vehicle drives well. It had enough power to go up and through mountains. We handled all that no problem. So, you know, driving and comfortability wise, all pretty good. If you get to a place where you're hooked up to power, electricity, water, stuff like that, the shower's doable. Just like this bed though, with the shower, if you are over 6 feet, you're gonna hit your head. In here, it has this little dome where you can put your head in here, but moved it around, you're gonna be bumping and stuff. Luckily, this shower head does detach and you can use that. The toilet is kind of another thing that was a mystery to us. It is way up off the ground, but we never used the toilet for anything other than number one. And that's what that would be my suggestion, especially if you're staying in places where you have access to bathrooms and shower facilities. You'll probably want to use those instead of using the interior. But all in all, living in here for 2 weeks for 3 guys ended up being pretty good. And another feature on the inside, this is going to be your control panel for a lot of the stuff that goes on in the vehicle. Again, I'm not going to go into all of that. You can watch Cruise America's video, which goes into much better detail than I could ever do about how to use and operate your 25-foot motorhome. I will say one thing that we did have an issue with is when you're driving, the whole engine compartment is down here. Your feet are gonna get nice and toasty. So up to about 2 hours, it's kind of manageable, but we were driving at times for 5 to 6 hours. And my right foot down here, which would be close to all this, just literally felt like my shoe was melting and my foot was on fire for a while. I think there were times we had to switch off just because of that. And the fridges, just keep in mind, depending on what kind of weather you are in outside, that might affect it a little bit, but the fridge takes for quite a while to cool off, and it even says here it can take up to, where is that? 6 hours pre-cooling before use, so keep that in mind. And every time you open the door, the temperature can drop up to 10 degrees. So you kind of got to, plan your meals out, get everything out that you want before you put it back in, because it can take a little while to cool off. One thing that we did have happen to us while we were traveling was somebody drove past in a parking space and hit our window, busted that. So we will see what comes of that when we turn it in. We did get full insurance, so we'll see how they handle that. And this thing came loose as we were driving. So we will also see what comes of that. We also purchased the full insurance, which I would highly suggest you do when renting any vehicle, really.
As it turns out, Cruise America had our backs. The full insurance covered everything with no trouble. So again, highly recommend picking that up.
So also something to remember, we are a filming crew, obviously, and our job finished early. We are done probably 2 days early. We have been trying to contact Cruise America about returning the vehicle early. Something to realize is that in your paperwork and when you deal with them, at least in our experience thus far, there are no refunds. They're not going to credit you back any days if you turn the vehicle in early. They're still going to charge you for any days that you had originally booked on your contract, as well as if you pre-purchase miles, you're paying for those regardless. So if you come in under those miles, you're still paying for unused miles. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, guys, and that is our review of Cruise America. We had a great time making this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video and you like the review videos we're doing, leave a comment. Also, hit that like button, subscribe, share the video. It really helps us grow. Stay safe, and have a great week.